This series presents information based in part on theory and conjecture. The producer's purpose is to suggest some possible explanations, but not necessarily the only ones, to the mysteries we will examine.
Hello and welcome back to Studio Kaiju RC Review. We've got something kind of fun for you today. I don't always do quadcopters, as you see. I occasionally do other kinds of RC vehicles. That's why it's Studio Kaiju RC Review and not Studio Kaiju Quadcopter Review. Today, we have something really kind of fun. It came from one of my favorite companies, Holyton. And look at the size of this box here. See this thing? This is humongous. Look at that. This is a radio-controlled car. And I got to tell you something. I am kind of in love with the box because, look at it. That's painted artwork, or at least digitally painted artwork. So there's a lot of effort to try and really get that old school feel from this. Here's the actual car itself. This thing is freaking huge. It is 1/10 scale, so, you know, it's now, G.I. Joes, the current line of G.I. Joes are actually 1/12 scale, but very close in size. So just to give you an idea of how big this freaking thing is, it's more or less patterned after a Lamborghini, and it is chock full of LED lights. You can see that here. And it has that, as I said before, that's special effect that it transforms into a robot. Now, there's speakers in here, and it's very noisy. I'll demonstrate it very briefly here. See that? It's kind of loud. I'm an old guy. I don't like loud. So, but you kids nowadays, I guess you kind of like that sort of thing. It gives you options. But as I said, I'm an old guy. I need the quiet. So we're going to continue the review without that. This thing, it's not just that it's large, too, by the way. This thing weighs a lot. It is 3.6 pounds. That's a lot. That's what the battery installed. Now, the battery isn't even that huge. It's like about this big, like this. But it is a whopping heavy vehicle, and that's why when I first saw what this was retailing for, I contacted Holyton and I said, well, wait a second. A lot of the cars on the market are going for, that do a similar function, the transformer thing. They seem to be going for a bit less than that. And he says, well, trust me, you'll know when you see it. So I said, okay, well, you guys never steered me wrong before, so let's give it a shot. And here's the thing. First off, is there a con to this car? There is one con to it. It's not the fastest thing in the world. It is controllable for a guy like me. It should be a little faster. That's a quibble, because the things that it does very well. It does very fun. You get this remote control with it. Now, I love the fact also that it's a paddle style remote control. So, you play it Game Boy like, as opposed to the pistol grip with there. I'm getting used to those slowly, but I still always will prefer this style. It comes with a crap load of buttons. Look at that. Crap load of buttons, and you got to figure out what each of those buttons does, and which ones are the ones that are going to do what you would like them to do. You get this nice, handy, full color manual. Tells you a lot of things about it. So a lot of stuff in here. Read this. Always important to read this. Tells you what you can do, what you can't do, how you should do it, and what buttons do what, because mostly they're just pictures on there if you take a look. So, is it fun to drive? Well, yeah, it's a heck of a lot of fun. I was going to say the other word, but you don't know, there might be kids watching. So it's a heck of a lot of fun. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's a bit pricey, but if you really want to get something that's rugged as far as well built, I mean, this is hard plastic. I have RC cars that are very fast, very rough and tumble, and they're vacuum formed. This is hard plastic. This and it's got the beautiful metallic blue paint mold in there, so it's stunning. A lot of detail feature. Take a look here. See that? It gives it that carbon fiber look to the some of the details here. So see what I'm talking about? Now, interesting thing. This comes with technically it comes with a whole bunch of wheels, but it actually comes with 6 main wheels. I'm going to show you that here. And the reason for that is these two wheels up front they're not entirely just for show. Of course, they keep it stabilized, but they really there's no drive capacity to them. Saves it for these guys. You have to have this back here because when it does, oh, I turned it off. Oh, I turned the car off. You got to remember these things. Okay, when it does this, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Not only do you get this cool robot, but you need to be able to drive it, and so you need to have 4 wheels that are on the ground. Now, if you notice these wheels, check this out. See these guys here? That allows it to do some really cool drift style action that you'll see a little bit in the video of me driving it around in the warehouse in just a little bit. But it gives it that kind of cool drifty quality, a couple different directions. There's other features. There is right here, this button here. See that? It looks like a little puff of smoke. That's because right here, see this thing? Now, most Lamborghinis don't have that. Now, is this a Back to the Future car where you just pour garbage in there? No, Marty. No, that's not what that's for. Stop throwing your garbage in this car. This is a car. What are you doing? Oh, geez, Doc, well, what is it for then? Oh, this is great. You open this up and you put water in there. Water? You can't power a car on water. In the future, you can, Marty. In the future. And what that does is that will give you a little bit of mist exhaust, which is something you do find on other cars too, but it's a really nice, fun feature to add to it. And as you see in the video that's coming up, particularly you see it in the darker rooms, it's cool. It just adds to the cool factor. What I love most about this is so much attention to detail on this thing. Just gorgeous sculpt, patterned after a Lamborghini. I don't know if it's an exact, but I'm not that up on my Lamborghinis as to know exactly if this is that. I doubt it. I think it's probably close to. But it's just beautifully decorated, beautifully lit. What else to say about it other than, it's just fun to drive. And, it does this. It also says stuff when you do that too. So don't worry about that. It's it's not like it's just quiet and doesn't say anything. It's just that I'm an old fart and I don't like to listen to all that stuff sometimes. I like to be able to hear things around me. I'm an old man. Let me try that again. I'm an old man, Marty. What do you think? You think I'm some cartoon character that just, has a gun that shoots portals and we just go to other dimensions and we have misadventures? Oh, geez, Doc, I thought that's what we were doing. Don't call me Doc. I'm your grandfather, Rick. No, you're the other guy. Oh, great Scott, you're right. All right, that's me fooling around. I'm sorry about that, having a little bit of fun. But Holyton knocks it out of the park with a very fun car. Now, I'm going to say another thing, too, by the way, just a little caveat. This is kind of for pavement and for indoors. That's one of the reasons it's not too fast. It's not for roads or off-road by any stretch. See that? It's got it's a guy I used to work with would call this a low rider. There's like almost no clearance underneath here. So If you take it out on a kind of a rough road, it's not going to do well at all. If you take it out on the grass, forget it. It's not going to do well. But you play with it indoors. You play with it in on the driveway, if it's like concrete driveway, or like you saw, if you happen to have a huge 10,000 square foot warehouse, play in there. It'll do great. But it's not for that kind of outdoor use. So anyhow, I've talked way too much. Let's take a look at this thing flying, running around, having fun. You guys be awesome, be cool. I love you guys. Stay whatever it is you want to stay.